where were you when you heard that you were going to the Falklands?
In Gibraltar. Well, we weren't actually in Gibraltar. We'd sailed from Gibraltar, coming home, because our captain had said to us, it's okay, we're going home, we're not going south. We left Gibraltar by just coming up to 2 days when came on the broadcast and said, I'm sorry boys, we're actually turning around and going south.
So what was, and were you on you were on HMS Coventry at this point?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, so there must have been a feeling of slight annoyance that, oh, we thought we were going to have to go, but now we don't, and now we do.
Well, we'd been on spring train, which is a big major exercise in the down off the west and in the Atlantic, off to the west of Gibraltar. And really a lot of what had been going on with the Falklands had bypassed us because we'd been at sea. The thought of actually we were going to turn around and go south or leave Gibraltar and go south never actually entered my head. We were coming home because that's what we'd been told, and we, you know, other ships were going to, and the politicians had sorted out. So it wasn't until we were actually at sea when it came to you that, well, we're going south now. You know, we are actually going to go down. And it was very, very confusing because even when I came home from the Falklands on the QE2, I was not aware of how the public opinion and how much the public supported what we had actually done down there.
So you were quite shut off from it?
Yes.
Cut off?
Cut off from. We didn't know about the furore that was going on about ships sailing from Portsmouth because we sailed from Gibraltar coming home and got turned around. So we're now going south.
You never got the big send-off?
Never got the big send-off.
But you got to go home on the QE2?
Got very nice indeed, yes.
Well, I'm sure you would have preferred to have gone home on the Coventry.
I would have much preferred to have brought the Coventry home, yes. And I mean, it was very, very confusing, very, I found it for many years confusing that I think it was primarily because we didn't know, or I didn't know. And having got home, I was quite happy to sort of lock myself away because I saw it in a way that I'd actually failed because the ship I was on had not succeeded in coming home. It had sank.
Now let's talk a little bit about that. When you obviously took from Gibraltar, presumably it must have taken 3 weeks to get to the
About 3 weeks, yeah.
What was the feeling as you were going over? Did you have any idea what you were heading into?
No idea really what we were going into. We did a lot of exercising, preparation. We got to Ascension Island, anchored off Ascension Island, where all the stores and everything that we'd ordered for our return to UK was delivered to us, including the new, you know, ready-use refrigerators and stuff like this, which could only ever be fitted in a dockyard. So having sailed from Ascension Island, they disappeared over the side of the ship. So there's a whole raft of very expensive items in the South Atlantic.
Is that because when you go towards, or you're about to head into conflict, you just have to get rid of anything you don't need? Anything
you don't need or anything that can't be used, you get rid of it.
Okay, and does that include your own personal belongings?
No, it doesn't. Although if we'd have left from UK, you would have certainly not taken half the kit that we had taken with us.
Okay, but in this case it was just white goods?
Yes, yeah.
Brand new white goods?
Brand new white goods. So, and we spent a lot of time exercising, getting used to working defence watches, and as we approached the total exclusion zone, as it was called, the formation started to build with ourselves and Sheffield and Glasgow, and yes, we were working well as 3 Type 42 picket ships should do. We were transferring the responsibility and moving around, and what really brought it home was the day that Sheffield got hit. Yeah.
How close at that point were you? Could you see Sheffield?
No, couldn't see her on. I mean, they could, in the ops room they could see her on radar, but no, she wasn't visible by sight. Crew were evacuated, and then the RN, Royal Navy, took her out and scuttled her out in the deep water of the South Atlantic. Because
Scuttled means sank?
Sank her, yeah.
Okay.
Because she couldn't, she was beyond repair and couldn't be.
So how did that affect morale on the Coventry?
It was down for a bit. But then again, you see, we've learned something. We've learned from this, and we've become more astute, the ops room. And yes, as an engineer, you're very much reliant on what the people in the ops room are doing. We can only provide them with the propulsion to move this weapons platform from A to B. You're relying on those people in the operations room to want to move it in the right direction. You know, we can give them as much as they want, but they need to be able to move the ship to wherever they want. I think it sharpened them up. I was very, very confident. I had a lot of confidence in the captain downwards on the operational side of the ship. And he was a great man. He was probably more honest with us down there than probably any captain of a Royal Navy warship has probably been before.